What is connective tissue? Now let's move to the second tissue type, connective tissue. If epithelial tissue covers and lines things, connective tissue connects and supports things. It's the most abundant and widely distributed tissue in your body. Connective tissue is different from epithelial tissue in important ways. First, the cells are not tightly packed. They spread out in something called the extracellular matrix. This matrix is like the ground substance that cells sit in, and it's made of protein fibers and ground substance. Second, connective tissue is usually well supplied with blood vessels, unlike epithelial tissue. Third, connective tissue has various cell types depending on the specific type of connective tissue. Types of connective tissue. Let me explain each one. Loose connective tissue. Loose connective tissue is soft and flexible. It's found beneath the skin, around organs, and between muscles. Think of it as packing material that holds organs in place and provides cushioning. It contains protein fibers like collagen for strength and elastic fibers for stretchiness, all embedded in a gel-like ground substance. Dense connective tissue. Dense connective tissue has more protein fibers packed tightly together, making it stronger. Tendons, which connect muscles to bones, are made of dense connective tissue, so are ligaments, which connect bones to bones. This tissue provides great tensile strength, meaning it can withstand pulling forces. Adipose tissue. Adipose tissue is fat tissue. Yes, fat is actually a type of connective tissue. Adipose cells, called adipocytes, store energy in the form of fat. This tissue also insulates the body, cushions organs, and produces important hormones like leptin. Cartilage. Cartilage is a firm but flexible connective tissue. You find it in your nose, ears, between your vertebrae, and at the ends of bones in joints. Cartilage provides support and cushioning. Unlike most connective tissue, cartilage has no blood vessels, which is why it heals very slowly when injured. Bone. Bone is a hard, calcified connective tissue. The extracellular matrix contains calcium salts, which make bone rigid and strong. Bones support the body, protect organs, store minerals, and produce blood cells in the bone marrow. Blood. Here's something surprising. Blood is classified as a connective tissue. The cells, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets, float in a liquid matrix called plasma. Blood's job is to transport oxygen, nutrients, hormones, and waste products throughout the body. Sanctions of connective tissue. Let me summarize. Connective tissue provides structural support. It literally holds your body together. It protects organs. Think of the skull protecting the brain. It transports materials, like blood carrying oxygen. It stores energy in adipose tissue. It produces blood cells in bone marrow, and it helps with immune defense. Many immune cells are found in connective tissue. Clinical application. Let's look at an example. Imagine you're working in a health center in rural Ghana, and a young man comes in after a football match with severe ankle pain and swelling. He likely has a sprained ankle, which means he's damaged the ligaments, the dense connective tissue connecting bones at the ankle joint. Understanding connective tissue helps you understand why this injury is painful. Ligaments have nerve fibers. Why it swells. Blood vessels in the surrounding loose connective tissue leak fluid. Why healing takes weeks. Dense connective tissue has limited blood supply. And why he needs rest, ice, compression, and elevation to reduce inflammation and support the healing of damaged connective tissue. When you're teaching this patient about his injury and recovery, your knowledge of connective tissue makes your explanations clearer and more credible. Join our AfroNurse Academy family by hitting that subscribe button. We're here to help you succeed in your nursing journey.